Welcome, collectors and hobbyists. Thank you for joining me for another edition of Diecast Emporium. As you can tell from the title, today we're going to be reviewing the newly released ERTL Play and Collect series, Western Star 49X Dump Truck and Western Star 49X Concrete Mixer. Now, these obviously are catered towards the younger collector and borderline on the taboo term toy in this community. They are extremely affordable. And if you're watching this video when it first releases, you can currently find these both online, but also at your local Tractor Supply store for heavily discounted prices during the holiday sale. Now, these come with no form of commercial packaging. However, they do come with these little tags, which read Western Star, ages 3 and up, and ERTL. There's nothing inside the tag other than some more copyright information, so we're not going to spend a tremendous amount of time there. So let's start out with the dump truck that you see in front of you. Now, the cab portion is the only thing that's really die-cast. The dump box and the chassis is more or less plastic. The wheels on both of these trucks are rubber. I do like the chrome that they used because it does stand out, particularly on the grille and on the hubs. And if you look closely on the grille, honestly, for as much of a budget model that these are, it really does encapsulate the look of the 49X truck very, very well. I think they did a pretty darn good job with these. Now, the one limiting factor on this truck that I am not particularly fond of is you do get a working dump box, but unfortunately, the tailgate does not swing open. It is simply part of the casting, and it is fixed in position. Now, perhaps a skilled collector could take a Dremel and cut this out, but that certainly is far beyond my modeling skills. Looking underneath the truck, you can see a chassis, which allows, again, skilled collectors to disassemble these trucks because they are held together simply with several Phillips screws. So that is the Western Star 49X dump truck. Let's take a look now at the 49X concrete mixer. So here's the mixer truck. Again, obviously, this one is white with some black trim. Same style cab. You do have, again, same thing, your exhaust, your air horns, your grille, same style wheels. This one features a little bit more functionality in terms of the drum being able to rotate, and the chute, the cement discharge chute, can be moved from side to side and also facing directly at the rear. Same style of base underneath. And I will say again that these will roll very freely, and the axles and wheels don't get stuck too often. So if you are a collector that is on a budget, or if you want to buy a bunch of these for your own fleet in a diorama or a layout, these are not bad options to you. Again, I picked these up for under $5 a piece, so you really could do a whole lot worse than these. Now, these are new releases for the model year 2022. In fact, they are in the ERTL catalog. They're actually in the ERTL John Deere catalog if you go on their website for the 2022 model year. All right, before we close out this video, what I wanted to do was, now that you guys have seen these, I wanted to give you, the collector, in case you may not know or you're just getting into this hobby, some other options in 164 of these style trucks. Now, obviously, each step that we go, we're going up in price, so bear that in mind. Let's start with the dump trucks. So obviously, this is your base model. I mentioned this is around $5 if you can get it on sale. Limited functionality, it is what it is. What you see is essentially what you get. One step up can get you this, which is the Greenlight Collectibles 164 International Dump Truck. Now, Greenlight actually has two different style dump trucks. The Internationals more or less have a smaller, shorter dump box, whereas the Max have a drop axle, so the dump box is slightly larger. Your functionality on here is a working dump box with a working tailgate. So any material you put in the back of this, it should slide out without a problem. Again, bear in mind your cab is die-cast, and on this one at least, your dump box does appear to be metal with maybe some plastic components mixed in for composite material. If we take another step up, you're left with this, which is the Diecast Masters Caterpillar CT660 dump truck with the licensed ox body dump on it. This retails for about $30 US. The green light truck that you just saw, the blue dump truck, that's about $15 or $16 US. This features a working dump box with several stage cylinders and a working tailgate. You can also swap out the mud flaps on this. Something subtle, but it actually does allow that slight more posability on here, which I really do like. You can add either cat or ox body mud flaps depending on what you think looks the best. If we take our final step for 1/64 scale dump trucks, at least what I have in my collection, you're left with this. The first gear Mack dump trucks. These were released a number of years ago. This has a lot of functionality and display possibility with it. We'll start out with the obvious, and that is the working dump box, working tailgate, but you also have working steering, albeit a very shallow angle, but something is better than nothing. Your doors on both sides can open, and last but certainly not least, your engine also pops open to give you a good look at the motor inside. Now this one, when I picked it up, retailed for somewhere around $65, so you're almost doubling the, you are doubling the next step down. But if you want perhaps one of the better 1/64 scale dump trucks for your money, then in my opinion, this is one to look out for and pursue. Those are the dump trucks. Let's close the video with the cement mixer options. Obviously, your base model is the Western Star that we alluded to at the start of the video, somewhere between $5 and $10 depending on sale pricing. Next step up would be the Greenlight Collectibles Mack Granite. Now, this truck has a rotating mixing body, but strangely, unlike even the Western Star, your concrete chute does not rotate. It is fixed in position and is part of the casting. Your cement drum and body is mostly plastic. Your cab on this truck is die-cast. But really what sets this apart is the high-quality finish. Again, you can definitely tell this is a Mack Granite with mirrors, realistic wheels and hubs, and rubber tires. Now, the last mixer in 1/64 scale that I have in my collection is this one. The Diecast Masters Cat CT660 concrete mixer. Again, same cab as the CT660 dump truck. Here you have a mostly die-cast metal model. Your concrete drum does rotate. You have working steering on these as well. If we look at the back of this truck when it rotates around, you can see that this comes with not only a working and movable concrete chute, but also chute extensions. There are several provided in the box, so you can pose this truck putting down some concrete in a realistic fashion if you wish to do that. So that will end this video. I hope you guys found this both enjoyable and insightful. If you did, please leave a comment down in the comment section below. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you have not already, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, take care and be safe. I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. I'll catch you in the next review.